Hello, this is Brendan Cronin. Welcome to Chefin', some snippets from my memoir. And today we're talking about US beef, and I've got a beautiful steak here that I want to demonstrate just how to cook a steak. Sounds quite easy, but there are a few tips and tricks that help you to get a better steak, whether you're using the barbecue outside or whether you're pan frying inside your own kitchen. And I've got a beautiful piece of beef here. This is a New York strip loin. So this is a piece of meat, the strip loin, or outside of America referred to as the sirloin. And it's from the back of the animal, so it's a very tender part. The back of the animal, back of four-legged animals, the muscles tend to be tender. The back of a human, as we're standing up, they're much tougher. So we're going to grill this, and I'm going to season it. And you might have seen in one of my earlier videos, salt and pepper are great seasoning components, like brother and sister. But when you mix them together, it's much easier to apply them. So I've mixed a little bit of salt and pepper, and then I'm just going to take that and season it on top. Even coating. Notice that I'm seasoning from about 12 inches above the steak. I'm not seasoning right down there. You can see the result already. Then I'm going to turn it over, and a little bit more on this side. And let's just make sure that it's evenly coated. So I'm going to pan fry the steak, and I've taken a cast iron pan, and the reason being is that they absorb a lot of heat. The thicker the bottom of the pan, the less chance that food will burn. And I'm going to add a little bit. I'm just using a nice olive oil here. You can see how the pan is hot. You can see the shimmer. How to judge when the pan is hot enough. The oil does begin to smoke. Then if the steak goes into a cold pan, it won't seal the pores enough. It won't get brown. Browning protein is very important because it gives flavor, and it also changes the guest's mouth. Browning of protein, of course, was discovered by a Frenchman called Maillard, and we call this the Maillard reaction, if you like. So we're going to put the steak in here. It's vividly there. That tells you that the pan is quite hot. And there is no need to move the steak around in the pan. The steak is getting cooked nicely just by being in contact with the pan. You can tilt the pan a little bit. That way some of the oil will just circulate around the meat. But otherwise, there isn't much need. If the pan gets too hot, you can switch it down a little bit. So now the steak has been in the pan for about 2 minutes. Give it 2 minutes on each side. And depending if you want it well done, or medium, or rare, or in the French sometimes say bleu, which is just seared on the outside and it's still raw in the middle. So I'm going to take notice I don't use a fork, I use a tongs so that we don't penetrate the meat. And there you've got a nice brown color on the steak. And now we're doing the other side for another 2 minutes. You can see along here how it has already cooked in about a quarter way. And now at the bottom you can see the cooking process also coming back up from the bottom of the pan. And in the middle it's going to stay nice and rare. Now you can see here where it's continuing to cook into the middle, and we need to brown this part as well, because the customer doesn't really want to see that. They want to have the steak browned all over. We're also going to brown this part here, where you see the fat. The fat wants to be brown, so in order to do that, we're going to lift the steak on its edge in the corner of the pan, and let the fat that's underneath here get a brown color, which will also change the flavor of the fat. Now we can see the top. We're doing the other side, and we can see how the top of the steak is nice and brown. And we're going to add just a little bit of butter in the bottom of the pan, which of course adds a little bit of flavor to it. There we go. Beautiful. With a little bit of butter. And this whole process has probably taken 7 minutes. Now I'm going to remove it from the pan and put it onto our beautiful plate, and we're going to slice it. Just going to take a few slices like this, just in a nice angle. That's beautiful, so delicious. And you can see there, beautiful, medium well. And if you wanted it rare, you just took it off the pan a little bit earlier. Now I want to put that on a plate, and I'm going to take just some nice slices and fan them out a little bit. And then we've got Swiss roasty, US beef, and beautiful snap peas, sauteed in a little bit of butter, fit for a king. Also remember to put a little bit of the meat juice that came from on the chopping board right across the top. That just gives that so much more flavor powerful flavor. You don't want to wash that down the sink. Thank you for watching. I'm sitting here on the terrace of the restaurant where I teach culinary arts. I hope you enjoyed this video clip. There are a lot of extracts from my book, Chefin', From Potatoes to Caviar. If you go to my website, brendancronenbooks.com, you'll find some recipes there, some pictures of additional recipes. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this portion of Lil Iguana's first ever virtual Family Fun Day. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos just like this. And please consider donating to Lil Iguana's Children's Safety Foundation because a safe and happy childhood lasts a lifetime.